INFORMATIONEPISODE3AIRDAT 31 October 2014. Them Love, Religion, Cults Primary Teacher Shriek Nold Other Teacher Sunicorn, Rabbit Boy, Frog Boy, Furry Boy, Tree, Flowers. Previous episode in single quote T-Hug me I'm scared 2-to me next episode in single quote T-Hug me I'm scared 4DVLOPMENT staff writer Becky Sloan, Joe Pelling, Baker tour director Becky Sloan, Joe Pelling. Yellow guy goes on a magical journey with a baby pigeon called Shriek Nold. Don single quote T-Hug me I'm scared website and single quote T-Hug me I'm scared 3, also referred to by its episode name Love, is the third episode of the Don't Hug Me I'm Scared series. In it, the puppets learn about love. The episode was released on the 31st of October 2014. Yellow guy, Duck, and Red guy are sitting, having a picnic. Red guy asks the others if they agree that it's nice to be outside on such a nice day. Duck answers with yes and shows he brought chicken with them to the picnic. Yellow guy notices a butterfly flying around and enjoys it until Duck kills it with a fly swatter, which upsets Yellow guy and causes him to run away. Red guy wonders what will happen as Yellow guy is sitting on a tree branch, crying. Another butterfly named Shriek Nold appears, asking Yellow guy if hatred makes him sad. After Yellow guy mistakes Shriek Nold for a baby pigeon, Shriek Nold sings and asks Yellow guy if he wonders why they are on Earth or what it's about, then proceeding to sing about how much hatred, darkness, death, and fear there is in the world. He says that it doesn't have to be that way just because they're different. He mentions that Yellow guy doesn't know who Shriek Nold is, and decides that he could hold Yellow guy's hand and understand more about love. Yellow guy begins to feel tingly, which the butterfly tells him is the feeling of love, and he decides that he should learn more about it. Shriek Nold and Yellow guy go to the sky, riding on a cloud as the butterfly flies. Shriek Nold asks him if he feels like life is unfair. He tells him that if he follows him, he will see that love is everywhere. Yellow guy, not knowing what love is, asks if it is in the sky. The cloud that he is riding on tells him that it is a feeling. Yellow guy thinks he feels love because he is hungry, but the butterfly corrects him by saying that it's because he's lonely, and that he can tell by his eyes. Yellow guy still doesn't understand, so the butterfly brings Yellow guy to his friends that, according to him, know all about love. Duck and Red guy notice that he's flying in the sky. Red guy is trying to decide if they should follow him, but Duck wants to finish the picnic first. Yellow guy meets Shriek Nold's friends, a living tree, 2 flowers, a rabbit, a unicorn, a frog, and Furry Boy. They all love each other and Yellow guy. Duck and Red guy have eaten all of the chicken and eggs, which are now covered in what appears to be blood, so Duck decides to look for Yellow guy. The butterfly tells Yellow guy what the definition of love is, and the butterfly's friends show an example of loving. Yellow guy says that he loves a tree and a stick, and the butterfly tells him that he is doing it incorrectly and he must save his love for his special one. Yellow guy doesn't know he apparently has a special one. The butterfly tells him that he is confused. The tree tells the story of Michael, the loneliest boy in town, and how he is usually insulted by everyone, and how he lives underground. Shriek Nold tells Yellow guy that everyone has a special person in their life, even Michael. Then Shriek Nold tells Yellow guy that his heart beats like a drum, calling for his special one. Rabbit Puppet tells him to be patient and that his special one will eventually come. They show examples of love, and tell him that it's perfect, pure, and protected with a ring. The tree says that it is the way it's supposed to go. The horse, watering a flower, says love grows like a flower, and Purple Guy tells him that love is permanent, and that they all worship their king, Malcolm, and feed gravel to him, or else he becomes angry. They ask Yellow Guy, who is strapped to what appears to be a chair, to change his name to Shridges and to clean his brain. The horse tells him that if he forgets everything he knows, his heart will vanish home and his love for his special one won't stop. They tell him to wear the ring and he will never be alone. In reality, Yellow Guy freaks out and is confused, waking up where he started, sitting on the tree branch. Duck and Red Guy finally find Yellow Guy, and Duck apologizes by giving him the last boiled egg. Red Guy says they did it because they love Yellow Guy. a bloody caterpillar comes out of the egg, calling Yellow Guy his father, and Duck kills it with his fly swatter. The credits show Malcolm on fire. This is the first episode with more than one puppet that isn't Yellow Guy, Red Guy, Duck or Roy. This is the only episode of the web series that does not take place in the puppet's house. Even including the television series, it's still the only episode in which the house is never seen. There are several instances where the fourth wall is broken. In the beginning there are 2 times Red Guy looks directly in the camera. Shrieknold also often looks directly into the camera. When Red Guy says maybe we should follow him, or we'll get left behind. Later, Duck has a long stare into the camera after announcing the chicken dinner has been eaten. Lastly, at the end, Red Guy looks directly into the camera and makes a heart. Right before Yellow Guy is being brainwashed, Duck, Red Guy, and Roy can be seen standing beside him along with 2 figures that look like Sketchbook and Tony the Talking Clock, both with human bodies and wearing cloaks. It is theorized that Yellow Guy sees everyone he loves in the crowd, and that perhaps he is dreaming. Before this, Roy could already be seen in love cult robes. First when Malcolm appears, and then standing next to Unicorn. Although it seems this way, Yellow Guy is not the only puppet that learned about love in this episode. Duck and Red Guy also learned about love when they realized they upset their friend and gave him the last boiled egg to cheer him up. However, a caterpillar comes out of it and Duck squashes it with his fly swatter. The caterpillar coming out the egg at the end resembles Shrieknold. Shrieknold sometimes has a heart on his chest. This is only worn when he is visibly shown to be part of the love cult, showing that it might be used as a mark of status. In most of the scenes where Yellow Guy is sitting in the tree, a leaf that is near him ends up disappearing and reappearing in certain shots. When Shrieknold talks about living in harmony, a copy of the top left corner of his left wing ends up appearing next to it near the end of the scene. At the very beginning of the scene where Shrieknold says "and together we can understand about love," he is gone from the scene for a single frame before reappearing again. Rabbit Boy's voice accidentally ends up being swapped with Frog Boy's when he talks about changing Yellow Guy's name. Frog Boy loses his glasses in some shots when the cult is worshipping Malcolm. The caterpillar fetus, while it hatches, has visible remnants of a blue screen. A missing poster is seen on a 3 in the beginning, possibly referring to the help videos. Many fans were disappointed by this episode, because they believed it wasn't as scary as the first 2. When Duck and Red Guy decide to eat the chicken, a fly can be seen on the raw chicken. This may or may not be intentional. When the love cult starts to worship Malcolm, our king is said a total of 16 times. The song used in this video, the love song, can be purchased on iTunes. 1. When Malcolm is set on fire during the credits, a gas canister with Money Man's symbol on it can be seen to the right. Malcolm can be seen as a small statue in the background in many later episodes, including the TV series. This could confirm that the love cult might have not been just a dream. As of June 2025, the episode has 34 million views and 585k likes. Directors Joseph Pelling, Becky Sloan, creators Becky Sloan, Joseph Pelling, writers Becky Sloan, Joseph Pelling, Baker Terry, executive producers James Stevenson, Breton Thomas Tomska, Rajoel, Joseph Pelling, Becky Sloan, producer Shigo Don Kinban Lally, composer Joseph Pelling, cinematographers Edward Tucker, art directors Joseph Pelling, Becky Sloan, art department Laura Bird, Richard Henley, Joe James, Amina Bosna, Zara Jen Newman, Rose Pofam, Antonia Trutster, Stephanie Unger, Sonia U, sound department Joseph Pelling, visual effects compositors Deborah Grandi, Netisam Eagle, Gustav Geyer, Lindstrom, Trislavel, Theo Nunn, assistant cameraman Tom Bolwell, Gaffer Mike's Halstead, animation department Andy Bakerton, Britt Robert, Morgan Joseph Pelling, editorial department Jason Wallace, additional crew Jason Willis, special thanks Julie Cross, Ellis, Daniel Haddock, Patrick Hearn, Myron Laborg, Norbert Bryce, Milburn, David O'Neill, Charlie Pelling, Gana Pesquitis, Ray and Margot Soland, Bertier, Taste advertisement references the love song, single, iTunes.